What's going on, guys? R.I.Pierre here, using that max power return on YouTube as usual, and today we have an XY. Yes, you read the title correctly. It's an XY, not an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. It's a really old one that I was going to do for Lumio submissions, but yeah, never again. Anyways, if at the end of the video you found yourself entertained, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you're new, hit subscribe. Now, this is a UU match we had against Yaniv, or his name is actually Yannick, which is pretty funny because I have a friend by the same name. But anyways, so yeah, he's bringing a pretty interesting team. He has the, of course, back then, this is September, this was before Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire even came out. Crap, I forgot what I was going to say now. Forget it. Anyways, he has Alomola and Florges as his quote-unquote wall core, with Alomola being physically defensive and Florges being especially defensive, of course. He's got the Infernape. I forgot what set he was running. He has the Haxorus, Mega Aerodactyl, and Donphan, so it was pretty interesting. I decided to run with a Choice Scarf Darmanitan, a Moxie Bulk Up, what's its face, Scrafty, Mega Ampharos, Honchkrow, Noivern, and Assault Vest Metagross. That's how old this is. Regular Metagross was still in UU. So, I think that's all I really had to say here, so let's go ahead and just jump right into the battle right now. Okay, so it's a little sped up because it did take quite a while. So I'm going to lead off with Darmanitan straight away as he leads off with his Donphan. And what I'm going to do here is U-turn straight out just to break his Sturdy, which would be very nice for me. And that's great. So we're going to go into Noivern here in case he decides to Earthquake. When he just decides to go up for his Rock, well, he just decides to go for Stealth Rock, excuse me. And he gets his Leftovers Recovery. He goes for Ice Shard, which is going to hurt a bit because I am a 4 times super affected by it, but the Hurricane is going to take him out. So now he's going to go into Haxorus here to revenge kill me, and of course he is going to go for the safest move possible, which is Poison Jab. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and go into Metagross. Actually, that wasn't the safest move possible considering I'm Metagross. Anyways, he's going to move out. I know that he's Scarfed based on that fact, just on the fact that he outsped me. So I'm going to Zen Headbutt his Alomola, and it's actually going to do a pretty decent amount of damage each time. As you're going to see, I'm going to be firing a lot of Zen Headbutts at this thing throughout the course of this battle. So just be advised. So I'm going to Zen Headbutt him again, and hopefully I was hoping for a flinch or another crit, which has been really good for me. So he actually decides to go for Protect this turn, noticing that if I do crit him with Zen Headbutt again or get him flinched again, I am going to be able to take him out with 2 more. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into Ampharos here, as I'm pretty certain it will be a free switch. So he does go for Wish here. I'm not running Volt Switch on this Ampharos, which I probably should have in hindsight, now I'm looking at it. But he goes for Wish, and he's going to go for Protect this turn, considering he has the Wish in the air and he doesn't want anything else to just switch into something. So I'm going for D-Pulse. I don't know why, I probably should just click T-Bolt, but whatever. So he's going to withdraw Alomola here and go into Florges, his special wall, and I'm going to go ahead and go for Toxic. What was I? Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Toxic, and Dragon Pulse, there we go. So I'm going to switch into Metagross here, as Metagross is a very solid counter to his Florges. And it's going to be a lot of me switching between Metagross and Ampharos, and a lot of him switching between Florges and Alomola over the course of the next few turns. So he's going to go ahead and go back to Alomola. Wow, I really need to stop saying that name quickly. Alomola back again. And Meteor actually does a decent amount of damage considering it is an Alomola, but it's not enough for me. So he's going to go ahead and Scald me here, and does he get the burn this turn? No. He is going to get it eventually, though, you'll see. So he's going to switch out again. Basically, we're at a stalemate, and I'm losing badly because I'm barely getting any damage off on him. I mean, that's a decent amount, but it's really not helpful. And he decides to go into Infernape this time as I go into the Metagross, and that was actually a pretty good play on his part. I'm actually going to go ahead and switch out into my Darmanitan here, as I just wanted to take a fire attack. Fire Blast is still going to hurt, though. Darmanitan does not have great defense, so he's going to go ahead and switch out into Aerodactyl. I'm going to predict that very well and go for the Rock Slide because it's a much safer move for me, and Aerodactyl is going to go down in 1 shot. So that's a threat out of the way. Alomola comes in and I'm out, so I'm going to go into Ampharos here, and he is this turn? He gets the burn? Yeah, he's going to go for Scald here, and he's going to get the burn on my Ampharos, and that is very unfortunate because now I do not have the ability to stay in much, and it's unfortunate. I wanted to get a Toxic off on him really badly, but in hindsight, it probably wasn't worth it. So I'm actually going to just stay in here and let it go down with to 2 Thunderbolts. I mean, wow, and let me go for 2 Thunderbolts here. I wanted to see if I could possibly KO him on the second one, and I'm not even gonna come close. I mean, I don't consider that really close, to be honest. If I got a crit, yeah, he would have been gone, but now the Protect comes up and he has rocks on the field, and I can't do anything but let my mascot go down to this burn, which is unfortunate. But now it's 5-5. So I'm gonna go Nahashko here, as I can take him out with a Brave Bird. That is one of the reasons why he's on the team, because of Florges. And all of a sudden, a little bit of a momentum shift in my favor. I get my Moxie boost, and well, yeah, I'm Black Orbed, if you didn't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Sucker Punch, and that's gonna do a very good amount of damage to this Infernape. But not enough to KO. I really didn't expect it, but it did a good amount. So he's gonna Fire Blast me, and now it's back to 4-4. And I saw that he was special, so I completely forgot the fact that Infernape gets Vacuum Wave. That was just a lapse in judgment in my thinking. He's gonna miss his Fire Blast, which is gonna cost him here, as I can go for a safe Earthquake now that Aerodactyl is gone, and he goes back into a Alomomola. So I lost my Darmanitan for no reason, but whatever. So I go for the Zen Head, but I get a flinch on the first one. Go for it again, and I don't get a flinch on this one, and he is going to get the burn. No, he doesn't get the burn this turn. He's going to get a burn eventually. I'm just letting you know that right now. So I go for the Zen Headbutt again, and he's going to get a Wish off this turn. He's probably going to go for, I think this is the turn where he Scalds me and burns me, because, oh yeah, I went for Earthquake in case he decides to switch out, as he goes for the Scald here, and, oh, okay, I don't get burned. Gosh, it's been a very long time since I watched this battle. I apologize. Probably should watch it again. Anyways, I'm going to keep going, firing off Zen Headbutts, as it's my only real option. If I get some flinches and some crits, it would be very good, but luck was not on my side for the rest of the battle, except for there. So I make him flinch, and his wish does come true, and he's going to get all of his health back for the most part. And I'm still doing decent damage until he burns me. So, I mean, honestly, considering the burn rate of Scald in general, I am very lucky to have gone this long without getting burned. So, it was basically, it was bound to happen eventually. Anyways, so I really have nothing for Metagross to do anymore, considering his Alomomola is gone. I don't have priority on it, and it's just not a good idea for me to keep him around if he's going to be doing nothing. So, and he's going to dodge the next Zen Headbutt, which is unfortunate. And that, I mean, it's not like it really mattered or anything, but still, it's the thought that counts. So he's going to Toxic me here. This is why we run, this is why you're supposed to run Shedskin Scrafty. And, yeah, this is my fault entirely, but, you know, it's the risk of doing business. The cost of doing business, excuse me. So he's going to go ahead and go in his Haxorus now. I believe I went straight for, I went for Crunch, yes. So, that does a very good amount of damage to that Haxorus, and he's not going to be able to do a ton in return to me, as even with that superpower being super effective, I am at +1. I mean, okay, well, yeah, I did a good amount considering I was at +1 defense, but I'm going to Drain Punch this Haxorus here, and now it's basically a +2 Scrafty, a +2 attack Scrafty against Alomomola, the physical wall, and I'm poisoned and can't do anything about it because I am not Shedskin, which is why you should run Shedskin. Just go with it. It's what you're supposed to do. So he goes for the Wish here. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a +2 Stab Drain Punch, and that doesn't even do half. Metagross's Zen Headbutts were doing about the same amount of damage, which is ridiculous. Not about the same, but like not a ton less. So he goes for Scald again, and that is just going to be the battle pretty much, because Drain Punch, do I get enough health back to live? Yeah, I do get enough health back to live another poison turn, but whether he protects or decides to Scald me, either way, I'm going to go down to poison in the following turn, and that is going to be the battle. Lose this 1-0 to this Alomomola, basically, Alomomola the MVP, and yeah, that's it for me in this battle. But, you know, live and learn. It has been a good 8 months since that battle occurred, and I'd like to say I've gotten a lot better. I've gotten a lot better in that time span. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new, subscribe. Until you meet again, alright, peace out, and I'll catch you all later. And this was the last X and Y Wi-Fi battle on the channel, and we are moving on to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so get hype, I guess. Alright, I'll catch you all later. Bye.